I don't know what to say, y'all, but it's like I do two intros. I do one for the pre-trip, which is for the replay people, and then I actually do one for the actual live feed. But I do appreciate you guys tapping that button, coming in, looking, watching, and all that good stuff. But before y'all get comfortable, I want you to smash that like button right when you hit that play button. So after you hit that play button, hit that like button, and then you can do whatever else you want to do. I don't care. But I welcome you guys to the pre-trip. Thank you very much. I am your host, Lockoutmen. And of course, this little segment right here is for the replay people while we sitting and chilling and waiting for YouTube to do its thing. Yo, my G, where you at, Mike, right now, man?
Right now, I'm somewhere in Wisconsin.
Man, I gotta admit, man, that sound, that audio is like smooth as butter over there. What you got over there, bro?
Oh, it's just the Blue Yeti.
You got my first setup. That's what I had when I first started last year, man. Went and got the Blue Yeti, and the Blue Yeti is not a bad mic, man. It really is. That's not a bad mic at all.
I thought it was pretty cool. Nice and crispy.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, some people use the Blue Yeti different though. They like you're supposed to talk in front of it, but a lot of people talk into it, and you're supposed to talk in front of it. But you coming through super crispy right now.
Yeah, because I got it right in front of me, and I got the setting adjusted for, you know, direct voice in front of.
Right, the cardioid. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, so you say you up in Wisconsin. So what deliver? You deliver? You picked up? What we doing right now?
Well, I left Georgia yesterday, Savannah, Georgia, and I'm heading to Golden Valley, Minnesota. So I'm going to deliver in the morning.
Okay. So you heading up to my stomping ground. You heading up to Minnesota. Is that your first time up there or what?
No, I've been there a couple of times before.
Okay. That's what's up. All right, well, let me tell you, the pre-trip is brought to you by Poddets. I got a couple of questions for you before we get up in here. Look like we're getting a few people up in here. What's going on, Carlos? I appreciate you stepping up in here. My man said first. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, you are first, man. Make sure you hit that like button too, man. Make sure you smash that. All right. Yo, Gideon, man, check this out. When you think about success, who comes to mind and why?
Who
comes to mind?
You know, when you say success, I could think of someone like Jeff Bezos. I believe he embodies success, considering the fact that he took something that was nothing and built it into a global phenomenon, an empire. So yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Okay. Now how you come across him, man? Like, I mean,
he started Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah. Richest man in the world.
That's what's up, man. Let me ask you this. Do you equate being rich? Do you equate that with being wealthy?
Not quite. The comedian Chris Rock broke it down best. Rich. Rick James is rich. You can lose rich with a bad summer and a drug habit. Wealthy? That's the person who signed their checks. So it's like, in terms of monetary value, wealth transcends just simple being rich. Wealth is generational.
Okay. So now let me flip the script on you. Would you would you rather be famous, or let me rephrase that? Would you rather be rich and famous, or would you rather be famous, or one more, or would you rather be just rich without nobody knowing that you're famous?
Just rich without anybody knowing.
Mm,
The reason, if I may expound upon that,
Go
the
ahead.
reason is because when you are rich, that paints a huge target on your forehead.
Exactly.
Can I be free to,
Go ahead.
okay, I just
Go
wanted to
ahead.
know if I could cuss on the channel. I don't want to mess nothing up.
Oh no, you good. You good.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay, cool. Because I let off with a few expletives. Basically, motherfuckers see you rich and they think you rich, even if you aren't. Like if you're famous, they think you're rich. If
Mhm.
they think you're rich, everybody has a handout. I've
Every
seen it already with friends. Since I've
every
got into the business, I've seen it with friends. So imagine if I actually was rich.
Mhm. Just imagine if we did hit that. We got people that we ain't never seen in a lifetime coming out of the woodwork. Like, yo, bro, how you doing? I was just kind of wondering if you could help me out, or give me, help me up with a little something. I see you hit the lottery and all like that. That's why a lot of people, when they, me and my mom's, she played the lotteries religiously, and I said,
Mm-hmm.
if you ever hit, if you ever hit, don't go down there with holding up the check. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. She was like, why? She was like, why? I was like, nah, because you go down there, you everybody knows your name. You know what I'm saying?
And this ain't
Everybody,
cheers,
exactly.
but they are glad you came.
Right? All right,
Mhm.
man. We about to go ahead and get this started. We got a few people up in here, man. Not that many people, but we can go ahead and get it started anyway. Let's do it. Hold on, right
Cool.
quick. Boom.
All you have to do is stay a minute, just take your time. The clock is ticking, so stay. All you have to do is stay.
Hold on. What's going on, everybody? Lockout Men back again for another video for that ass. And then my special guest for tonight, Mr. Gideon. But before we get up into anything, I want you guys to, if you like content like this and more, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell and that all button. You know what I'm saying? You step up in the building, make sure you put some respect on that like button. You know what I'm saying? So we about to go ahead and just jump right into it, man. Gideon, what's good with you, bro?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just out here, just living life, working on building this empire, brother.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And as you guys could see in the title, man, my man been through it all, and now he's here. He want to go ahead and talk about his journey and all like that. So let's start at the beginning, man. Where you from, and how you got into trucking?
I'm originally from Miami, 305, but when I was 17, I moved up to Atlanta with my family, my mom and my sister, and I got into trucking really because I was working this job. Now, I'm a GED student.
Right.
I've never achieved higher levels of education, formal
Okay.
education.
Okay. Now
So
before you get into all that, what happened? What happened with your schooling, and you know
basically,
where
I
did
was,
where did it come out? Or where
yeah,
did you come out?
I made it up to about 11th grade,
Okay.
and my grandmother had gotten sick. We needed my mother's income, and my little sister was too young to take care of the family. So I dropped out. I got my GED, one of the easiest tests I ever took. And I just went on with life.
How long? How long between you dropping out of school and getting your GED?
A couple of months.
Oh, okay.
I didn't waste time.
Okay. So, have any thought instead of you getting your GED? Was there any thoughts in the between time of you thinking about going back to school and getting your diploma at one
I,
point?
I thought about it, but I just kept thinking about because my grandmother was really ill. I'm really still not sure what she was ill from, but by the time I did that, I would have been the old kid in class. I'm like, I'm not trying to stand out like that.
All right. All
So I was
right.
like, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my GED, and we're just gonna call it a day.
All right. So you got your GED. You got it. You got a job.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it was a good job. At least that's what you thought it was. But
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, you got terminated. What happened?
Well, many years later, I hooked up with a company called Athena Health, and as a guy with the GED, I started at 17.17 an hour. I'm
Whoa.
thinking,
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
doing
whoa,
pretty
whoa,
good.
whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on now. Hold on now.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on now. A kid,
Oh no,
GED.
this was many years later.
What? Okay, but many years later, you still okay? GED, and you got a job starting at 17 an hour.
Yes. Normally they prefer people with a degree for that, but
Right.
she said she liked the way that I spoke and she felt that I had a good enough vocabulary and
Okay.
they thought that I was intelligent enough. Fool them. But they thought that I was intelligent enough and they felt that, they'll offer me the position.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, so 17 an hour, raise benefits, 401k. Bro, what happened?
Well, I got promoted to the help desk.
Okay.
So I was doing the 12 to 9 p.m. shift.
Oh,
So that came with a pay differential of about 10%. And then I got my annual raise. So I was up to almost $20 an hour.
okay.
So I'm
Okay.
like, I'm doing pretty good for where I came from.
Yes, you are.
And I met a young woman. I won't say a name because I've let this go and I don't want to drag anybody. But I befriended someone I shouldn't have. And she began to make unwanted advances towards me. Yeah. And I'm like, should I tell or should I not? I tried to just calm it down. My wife was like, you may want to just go ahead and just report that. I was like, sexual harassment claims don't go well for men. But I reported it anyway. They went on a witch hunt trying to find everything they could on me. I sent them text messages she'd sent me. I'd sent them nude pictures she'd sent me. I showed them screenshots and they still fired me because a couple of her friends lied and said that I initiated that contact. And they came back and fired me.
Wow. Is it and this is a young lady. This is a young lady that worked. Well, she's like brand new coming into the place.
She was there about 4 or 5 months prior to, but I was help desk while I was assisting her. The funny thing is, all these people, they have college degrees and they have these educated opinions and stuff like that. And they sit around pontificating on the importance of their degree and how they're so much better than everyone else. And I have no beef with anybody with the degree. Get yours.
Right.
But they were saying that I can't take instruction from someone who doesn't have a degree. Little did they know they were taking instruction from me and I was leading and guiding these people and I didn't have one. So I like that.
So how now they said that you initiated. How did the what was it? Playful banter, I should say. Uh what the come with the hand on the shoulder type deal? What initiated her to come on to you?
I really don't know. She just told me one day, "You're so cute." I said, "Yeah, my wife thinks so too."
Okay.
But
Okay.
she was like, "Yeah, my husband thinks I'm cute too." But
Oh,
she just kept coming on, saying little things, and she sometimes when I'm trying to figure out a problem, I stare into space,
right.
just empty space. She walked into my space, but
Okay.
for some reason, even though she was within my field of view, I still didn't see her.
Okay.
But she saw me, and then she wrote me a note, a handwritten note, which I showed to management that says, "Let me know when you want to squeeze them."
So she was coming on to you hard.
Mm-hmm. The only saving grace in my marriage is that I told my wife everything.
Now you know what? Like some men will probably take that as you know, they will probably let it go. Like they wouldn't even went to management to even say anything about it. They probably would have just let it go and they play for banter, whatever. But you honestly felt harassed by this female.
Yeah, because we carpooled at one point, and let's just say she tried to give me some presidential while I was driving. I had to literally put her out of the vehicle because she had gone too far. She had
Wow,
gone way too far.
wow,
And
bro.
I'll be honest, I didn't find her physically attractive. I just thought she was a nice person.
Okay.
I found out otherwise.
Okay. So of course you felt some kind of way. You went back to your wife. You told her about the situation. How
Hmm.
did your of course going back telling your girlfriend or your wife or something like that, they ready to knuckle up. What was it? What did your wife say or do?
My wife ain't jealous at all. She was like, "Just report it. I think you should just report it because if you don't report it, she gonna get sick of you turning her down, and she's gonna say you came on to her and flip it around." So I said, you make a valid point.
But that's exactly what they did, though.
Hmm. Still did it, even though I came forward first with proof, because documentation beats conversation every day.
Exactly, exactly. Some, you know, I, I know a person that every time they talk to somebody, they always have their phone in record mode and all like that. And at first, I thought to myself, like, man, that's some sneaky ass, low down ass, fucked up ass shit. But then I've said to myself, like, imagine the times that I got into situations and I would have had my, recorder on because that's, I got a recorder now. So every time
Hmm.
I get out of the truck, I always have my recorder on and, you know, do my thing, whoever I talk to, whatever. So whatever I catch, I will have it. But just imagine if I had it back then, like, wow, all the shit that I came across. You know what I'm saying? So man, that's crazy. But you got terminated. Was you able to get unemployment from there?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Luckily, I was able to get unemployment. And oh, another thing, a week later, she did it to a white guy, and they fired her immediately.
Oh, stop it, bro. Stop it,
Yes,
man. No, they didn't. No, they
I'm
didn't.
dead serious. I have the legal documents.
No, they didn't, bro.
Hmm.
So her doing it to a black man, they didn't believe you. But
Hmm.
her doing it to a white man, they
It
they
shows a
believe
pattern.
they believe him, and then they finally got rid of her.
Hmm.
How did how first thing first? How did you find out about that, and how did that make you feel?
I found out about it because I called the EEOC, And I had a federal investigation done about it. And the EEOC sent me documentation of their findings. And they mentioned that they got rid of her when she did it to that other guy.
Wow. So, wow.
Yeah.
What's going on, Father D? What's up, Master Chef Trucking? What's going on, guys? Wise Owl, Teddy the Trucker. What's going on, everybody? I appreciate you guys being here. Y'all step up in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Today's guest is my man Gideon. And, we just sitting here parking, politicking. You know what I'm saying? So, Gideon, man, wow, that's crazy. So after you found out about that again, how did that make you feel, bro? I mean, you had to feel some kind of way. Was you able to? That's, I don't know. I'm feeling lawsuit vibes over here, bro. I mean,
I tried, but because she has witnesses and everyone went up against me because no one else saw it at the job, she was sneaky. I give her that. So a lawsuit wouldn't have went well. But I felt terrible because I knew I was in the right. And when you're in the right and then you're made out to be doing something wrong, that feeling is terrible, bro. It's terrible.
Wow. So any other industries that you was in before you got into trucking?
I've been in retail mostly. I've done security. I've done sales. I've done some of everything, man. Anything that I could get my hands on, I've done it.
All right. So you had to go out, grind. You know, where did trucking come into play?
Well, after that situation, I was at my lowest. They didn't even fire me in person. They fired me through an email.
Damn it, man.
I was so hurt.
They did a Friday on your ass, man. They fired you the day off.
Yeah, they told me when we had the meeting, the exit interview, as I call it, it was on March 9th. That I forgot what year. I think it was 2017 or 2018. I don't remember. But they did an exit interview, and then they told me, hey, I said, y'all gonna fire me, aren't you? He's like, no. No one's made a decision. All we do is collect data. And so that's going to be by management. But what we need you to do is get your things. Do not speak to anyone. Just get your things and head home. Come back tomorrow morning, and we'll let you know our decision.
Wow. But
so I pretty much knew what it was.
They didn't even give you a chance to come back home. They just hit you off with an email. Don't bother coming back.
Yeah. The place I was right then. Well, I could say this now because, no, I won't say that. I want to incriminate myself. But what I did was I had to get my comeuppance. I had to get my vengeance. So, and I wanted to clear my name. So I sent an email out to the entire company with those pictures she sent, with the text messages, with voice recordings, screenshots. I sent everything out to the entire company. Since you ruined my reputation, I'll ruin yours.
That's crazy. Where you originally from Wisconsin? So was that back up in Wisconsin?
No, I'm from Miami.
I mean, I
live in Georgia.
I do not know where I got Wisconsin from.
That's where I'm at now.
Where you at? That's what there you go. Thank you. All right. So this happened this has happened all in Miami.
No, this all happened in Georgia. I was 17 when I left Miami.
Oh, okay. So this happened this is all in Georgia right now.
Everything significant in my life happened in Georgia.
Wow, bro. That's crazy. So at least you're doing better now. So what type of life lesson that you was able to get out of that?
Don't get too close to people. Don't make too many friends. And most of all, cover your ass.
CYA.
CYAA, cover your ass always.
I had to give you that, man. That's what's up. So you born and raised in Miami, Florida. What was it like for you down in Miami, Florida? And this and what when was you born, bro? Like
I was born in 81.
oh, so you're an 80s kid. Okay, that's what I
Yeah, I'm
call
39 now.
yeah, that's I call myself an 80s kid. So you was born in right when Florida was hot down there,
The
with
crack epidemic.
the crack epidemic, the cocaine, the Scarface,
Hmm.
all like that. So it was hot down there. What was it like? What was it like growing up into all of that, or was you privy to all of that?
My parents tried to keep me away from it, but I dipped and dabbed a little bit, with friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was just an angry kid, though. Yeah, I was an angry kid because, issues with my father and whatnot, but
You say
I
you and
dipped and dabbed.
you say you and your father didn't get along. Was your father and your mother still together?
They
Or
were divorced. He left, and the nigga ain't shit, but
yeah,
man,
yeah,
how could I say, he redeemed himself, and may
okay,
he rest in peace. But back then, that was my feelings. The nigga ain't shit.
okay.
Yeah.
So you felt that way when he divorced your moms, or
I was happy about the divorce. I was upset
it
because he left me. Him
oh,
and my mom's relationship had nothing to do with me. I was a child. But
okay,
you stopped seeing me. You stopped coming around me to go play stepdaddy for 3 other kids. Which
okay,
I have no problem with them kids. They didn't do nothing to me. I just
right.
want to make that clear.
Do you have any type of do you have any type of relationship with your step sibling?
Yeah. I keep in touch with them on Facebook. Like I say, they cool. I have no problem with them. We cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's yeah. Well, at least your father, as you said, redeemed himself before he was called home. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, brother, man, so what was the move to Georgia, man? You say you moved to Georgia at 17, and I don't get it. What's I don't get it, man. What's Georgia, man? I, I digress. Everybody moving to Georgia, man.
You
Like,
fool.
what's what's what was it for you to move to Georgia, man?
Well, my mother, we wanted to move anyway. We we wanted to move because it was sold to us as a black mecca.
Right.
And it was, it was like so many black people. It was great to see more people out here. So we moved right outside of Atlanta in a nearby suburb of Stone Mountain.
Okay, I'm familiar with that.
Yeah, so we were out there and it was great. I liked living out here. I like seeing my people. I like seeing my people prosper. And it was good. It was around the time where I think the Falcons went to the Super Bowl or something
Mm-hmm.
back in 99,
Michael Vick.
Yeah. People were dancing on cars and stuff. It was a crazy time back then.
Man, a lot of people that I know, because I'm up in Ohio. I'm from the Midwest,
Hmm.
born, raised, and still there. A lot of people had migrated down to Georgia for various reasons. Some went down there to make a better life for themselves. Some went down there to start businesses and stuff like that, man. But from what I'm hearing from different people who I talk to, look like Georgia is the pinnacle of entrepreneurship for Black people.
Hmm.
Am I safe to say that?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, during the Georgia era, are you still there? You still
Yeah.
live in Georgia?
Yes.
All right.
Moved to
So
the city at one point and then moved out of the city.
all right. So the Georgia area, I mean era. This is where you this is where you figured out that you wanted to get into trucking.
Yes.
All right. Did you go to school for trucking, or did you go to a trucking company and then went through their school?
I went to a trucking company and they sent me to an actual third party school, Georgia
Okay.
Driving Academy in Columbus, Georgia.
Okay. That name is popping up a lot around here. So, what company you applied for that brought you on and put you to school?
But when I finally decided to get into trucking, the first step before I got to that company, but that company was Stevens. But before Stevens, that was actually my third attempt getting into it. The first, I tried to go to Roadmaster.
Okay. Okay.
They told me I was approved for the loan. I
Mhm.
started the first day, and that was the day my father died.
Damn.
Then I came back after, we settled everything. And I come to find out I was not approved for the loan. So they put me out.
What?
Yeah. I learned quite a bit. So I went and got my permit with my tanker endorsement.
Okay, so the recruiter, the recruiter at the school said you was approved, or the recruiter at the trucking company
At
said
the
that you
school
was.
because I went to a school before the company. I went to Roadmaster and they said I was approved for the loan. And then
Okay.
they switched out on me.
So how was that possible to get approved for the loan? What
She lied.
they must have just pre-approved you, because if you get like a pre-approval, then that's like, it's like how you go and buy a car. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They'll 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 they'll, they'll put your name out on all these banks. You know what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
they'll just wait until one comes back and give you the approval. That's probably what they did with you. And then probably all the banks that finally came back didn't want to mess with you.
Yeah,
So
because my credit was jacked.
your credit was messed up back then. Same with
Yeah.
mine. My
I'm
credit.
still working on it, but yeah.
Exactly. Um, all right, so Roadmaster's out, and that didn't stop you from getting into the trust. So you said three times. So what was the second time?
I went to a company called Rail. They have a Get Your CDL program, and they pay you $500 a week. I went up there and I met a couple of guys, Chris Ware, John Moore, Lathan, the instructor. I met some great people up there, but it was a fast-paced program. It was really 2.5 weeks. I didn't really get it, so they put me out. I was out again.
All right, yeah, you figure if they're going to give you $500, they want to hurry up and get you out of there. They don't want to linger it.
Yeah.
I'm hearing, I see the commercials for real, and and it is enticing. They tell you like, yo, we pay you for your schooling and everything, but
Mhm.
when you actually get there, it's not all roses, because you actually don't get paid until the second week. You don't
Mhm.
get paid that first week. You
That's
don't get
correct.
paid. You don't get paid that first week, and then you only get paid that second week. But that second week, you're almost out of the program, right?
Mhm. But
Man.
I wasn't able to keep up because it was so new. It was more so of a refresher program. If you driven a CDL vehicle before and you just needed to refresh your skills, that would have been perfect.
Okay. Okay. So how was it? How so they get you out after the second week that you
Yeah.
couldn't. What was the challenge for you during that process?
Trying to do the maneuvers like the offset back, the parallel. I finally figured out the offset back, but the parallel I just wasn't getting. So they told me I wasn't progressing enough and they had to let me go. I was like, but like, I don't want to pay this $7,000 loan. They said, no, we're going to forgive the loan since, we're terminating the agreement. I was like, okay. And I went home. I found a $50 plane ticket and flew home.
Wow. So if you would have did the maneuvers, as you can see in the back, if you would have did the maneuvers and everything, um, how much how much if you would have got your license strong, how much would you have to pay that back, or would you have to be obligated to rail for
A
like
year.
a year? Okay. Now let's say if you left rail, what would have been the payback?
I would have had to pay them the entire 7,000 with no proration.
7,000.
$7,000
7,000? As in 1,000.
times 7. Yes.
7? Bro. I mean, these trucking schools is really getting over, bro. I
And
mean,
it wasn't a school. It was just a couple of dudes that were drivers trying to, let me show you how to do that, young buck, type of thing.
these schools, I mean, I paid. Now I talked to people that paid like around $2,000, $3,000. I paid $5,400.
Mhm.
I think I talked to CRST and they said theirs was like 65. You say rail 7,000?
They made sure we understood that 7,000 number.
Wow. It's just best to try to find a grant. You know what I'm saying?
But I was in a hurry. Like when I decided to get into trucking, I was actually watching a video from Trucker Brown, and it was like, you're a loser. Your lady gives you her car because she's embarrassed that you can't pay, so she slips it to you behind the scene because you're a loser, but you don't have to stay a loser. And I'm like, he right. Let me get in this business. And that's when I started going through everything.
Okay. Now what about the third time? So the third time must have
Third
been
time was Stevens.
Okay.
I made the call. My recruiter, her name was Brittany Bush.
Wise Al, I see you, bro. I see you, Stevens Transport. That's what's up. And as you guys know, that's where Coop for a Trucker got her start at Stevens too. So let's hear your story about Stevens, bro. Oh, and Brown Badge, what's going on? She says that's why I had the state of Michigan pay for mine. It was $5,000. Yo, man, I'm telling you, if I knew that I could have got a grant back then, yeah, I would have been had my license. But at the time, I knew that getting your license was expensive, but I ain't realized it was like that expensive. I mean, I went to Tri-C Trucking Academy, and I put the price of the school on a credit card that I no longer have. I knew that if I was going to get something out of this damn credit and I was going to file bankruptcy soon, then I said I might as well just go ahead and get my.
They can't take it back.
And they can't take it back. All right, bro. So tell us about Stevens, man. What was it about Stevens?
Well, I was watching a young lady named Jay Rich on YouTube.
Really, Nick?
You ain't got. I can't find the damn button, but go ahead. I can't find. Hold on, right quick. I'm about to hold on. Wait. Well, here we go. There we go. That's the button I was looking for.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm like, really, nigga?
I gotta give praise to Jay Rich, man. But go ahead.
She's a Libra like me too. But yeah, I saw Jay Rich and I saw King D-Raj. And I'm seeing they having success stories. I'm seeing Jay Rich and her struggles, and I'm learning from what she's teaching because she put out good information. She's pleasing to the eyes to me, but and she also put out some good information. So I watched the channel.
Okay.
And I finally called Stevens. I reached out and ended up with the recruiter named Brittany Bush. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You know you can't trust a recruiter, right?
You never could.
Brittany was the only recruiter to this day.
There's a few There's a few. Now I got one. I got one that I know personally, and I work close with her. I work close with her as well. So there's only a few, but go ahead.
Brittany was the only recruiter that has told me the truth, the whole truth to this day. She told me the negative. She told me the positive. She told me what it's going to be like.
Okay.
And I still agreed to move on because I owe my family doing better. I owe prosperity to my family.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So now you're in Stevens. You're going to get your license through Stevens. What was the experience like going through all of that?
Man, they sent me to Georgia Driving Academy, and I drove since Columbus was like 2 hours away. So I drove my minivan at the time, and it was a great experience. It was a really great experience because the instruction for top notch, the instructors for top notch. The school looked a bit raggedy, but everything was great there. So I went ahead on and I went through it, went through the program, learned the maneuvers quickly. I got my permit already because the permit test was super simple. And yeah, I went ahead onto the road test and I had to learn shifting. Man, I failed that test a couple of times before I passed it.
Okay. So back then, during this time, back then it was you was learning in the manual, right?
Yes.
How was it? How was it after? How long did it take you to grasp the manual?
It took a minute because I've never driven a manual car. And the whole shifting gears was a complete foreign concept to me. So it just did not come natural at all.
All
So I
right.
struggled at it.
So the trainers there, they was cool. They was cool with you, right? I mean, they obviously they got you together.
Yes, they did.
All right.
Yes, they
So
did.
so now that you got your license, how long was you with Stevens before you left up out of there?
7 months.
Did you still owe them after you left?
Yes, because I went through the Alliance program trying to make some money. And that whole lease setup over there is a trap. It's not worth it. A flat rate lease where they pay you $1 a mile means there's a cap on the maximum amount of money that you can make, and they take these exorbitant fees. My truck note was $800 a week. Fuel. They charged me for the APU. They charged me for the all the insurances, of course, and they charged me for the Qualcomm. They charged me for everything.
Okay, and this is still through still through Stevens.
Yes, they have a program called Alliance, and that's they got me there.
Did they talk you into the lease or?
Yes, it's a guy named. I did a video about it. It's a guy named Will. He's like, hey, if anyone's interested in the business side of things and would like to join Alliance, come give me a call. My name's Will. You can catch me down over here. Anybody that's been to Stevens knows exactly who I'm talking about. Him and Money Mike.
Wow.
Both of those people.
All right. So, but on the company side, now I talked with Cute for a trucker. She said, as much as she liked the Stevens, she had to leave because, at that time where she was getting like 23 cents a mile. How much you was getting as a company driver before you went over to the lease side?
It was 36 cents a mile.
Oh, okay.
Still wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, I started out at around 36 cents a mile when I was with US Express, but after ended it all, I think I was up at like 45 with the 5 cent bonus. So, but $1 a mile though, bro.
Yeah.
Man, Wise Owl says that Will guy is a scam artist.
I know exactly what he means, but I wouldn't say scam artist, but I'll say he's a finesser.
Okay,
He tells you everything.
So how did you come across this guy? Like you met him in the office or video?
I met him at orientation first.
Orientation. Okay.
They had him come in and he was like, "Hi, I'm Will. I'm with the Alliance program and we are here to help drivers get a piece of the business portion. If you ever want to come make some money, come see me down in the office. Here's my card." He passed it out to everybody.
How the hell are you making first thing first, how the hell is you making money at $1 a mile?
That's the question.
You know, as far as especially being a lease driver. I mean, I heard many drivers that says that when they do lease, some of them like it. You know what I'm saying? Some of them like it. They don't have no problem with it. But when you got companies like Pam, J&R Schwugel, I'm going to throw that in there too because they had a lease type deal. Now I'm not going to throw Prime into that because I'm hearing from different drivers that's getting different amounts. So you got one driver that came on the Asia My Show, Kersey, I believe that's her name. I did reach out to her, but she decided to go on the Asia My Show, but that's cool. She talked about her experience with them. Then you got another guy, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. I got him saying that he makes $2 a mile. And then you got another person that says, "Oh, well, I make $1.50, $1.20 a mile." So I don't know what it is with Prime because maybe they're at different. What's that word? It's on the tip of my tongue. What do you call somebody that's like ahead of some seniority? I guess that's like different seniorities for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like places like Pam, US Express, they're like, you know, like around $1, $1.20, $1.30, $1.05 a mile. But your truck payment is up in the echelon of $800, $900, or $1,000, depending on what year the truck that you get. Again, I ask, how the hell you making money at that amount a mile?
I wasn't. And I was like, I learned from a YouTuber how I'm supposed to run a drive shift. You get up and you start, you know, you get your 10 hours in, right at 10 hours, start running. Take that little 30-minute break. Don't take 31 minutes. Take a 30-minute break. If you got to use the restroom, take no more than 8 minutes. Get back on the road and get your shift done. I was running balls to the wall hard. But that detention time ate my clock up.
And as a lease driver, do you get paid detention?
Yes, we were getting paid detention there. Okay. It was $20 an hour after the first 2 hours.
As a lease driver with Stevens, was you not only getting paid detention, but was you getting paid like for breakdown pay or anything else? What else would you get paid to help the pockets, I should say?
Yeah, it was a breakdown, layover, that type of stuff, but it was nothing near what you make driving. Like, I was stuck in Colorado once. They sent me a load to Colorado. I forgot where I went, but I was carrying some soft drinks, syrup, and they refused like 2 of them because they were out of date. So I called the OS&D, overstock, shortage and damage department, and they weren't there. I called dispatch. Dispatch said, "You got to hold on to this until Monday." So Monday, I call and I tell them what's going on. They say, "Yeah, you could just toss this. We reached out to them. You could just toss it." Okay. They could have told me this yesterday. Then I said, "Okay, I'm waiting for a load." Nothing. 2 days later, for a total of 3 days waiting, they finally gave me a load going to pick up from Nebraska.
Wow.
I'm like, y'all could have given me this 2 days ago.
Wow. Now over at Stevens with their lease program, hold on before I get into that. Simon London Trucker, what's going on, bruh? He says, what's Yeti? He say, what's Yeti? Good move. He talking about your blue Yeti over there. Oh no, you talking about Yeti 5000. My fault. I thought you was sorting out his microphone, bro, because he do got the blue Yeti over there. He says,
it's buttery
Yeti.
smooth.
I know, right? Yeti says, I support you, brother, but bosses don't finesse. Workers finesse themselves. He said finesse themselves. Sad but true. Simon London Trucker said, can't wait to run my own motor. I want a cash truck. Don Schuler says, we know who he listened to. He must be talking about the Will guy. And he also came back and said, but that's how you make money in this business, as long as they're paying.
This is correct.
So, man, would you suggest leasing to anybody over at Stevens to do leasing over there?
The only exception is if you are a trainer. Yes, if you are training at Stevens, leasing is the best, because now you're getting these extra miles and you don't have to pay an extra truck note or extra payment, and you get all the money. So yes, I would suggest it if you are training.
I kind of figured you was going to say that. Why every company? Because not only Stevens, but U.S. Express, J&R Schwuble, Prime. Why all these companies that's offering lease? Why are you? If the lease is so good, the way they explain it, then why do you have to go train to supplement money?
Right, because it's not. And here's the thing: when you lease, you are captive to that company.
I don't get it. I don't get it, because the guy, my trainer who trained me, it was a lease truck, and all he can ever talk about was not making no money. I'm in the red. I'm in the hole. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting that. I'm not this and I'm not that. And I'm over here like, bro, what? I'm like, and then when I leave him, I come over to J&R Schwuble. Same thing them. I talked to drivers over there. They don't have no money. They leasing the truck, but now they got to train to supplement that money. And then I'm hearing everything else. Why, if the company was telling you how good that the lease was, and it's all that great, then why are you training for the money, other than training for the love and you want to help out that potential driver?
Right. Yeah, and you can tell who likes what, because my first trainer was a total dick. My second trainer, man, I could call that brother up right now and talk to him. He was good people. My first trainer tried to get me fired.
Nikki B got a question for you. She says, when you lease, can you use as a tax write-off?
Yes, all those lease payments are tax write-offs. Anything you eat on the road, anything you buy for the truck is all tax write-offs.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, when you also lease, they also to lease, you got to set up a business in your name to lease the truck. Do you have to? Now, I got a business name. I got my business is ERS Lockouts. I mean, ERS Emergency Road Service, ERS Lockouts for short. But I only use my EIN number, and I run that as a business. Now I'm hearing in order to run a trucking business, you have to have an LLC. Do you have to have an LLC to run
Now
that
with
business?
Stevens, most of their drivers, they never even mentioned it. I was the only one that said, well, what if can I use my LLC? It was like, oh, you have an LLC? Well, yes, you could go ahead and set that up. But otherwise, they have you set up as a sole proprietor.
Right,
So if
right.
anything happens, all the liability is on you.
Oh, so now what about insurance? What about insurance for leasing?
Yeah, it was paid through, payroll deduction through them.
Are you responsible for that?
Yes, they deduct that straight from your gross.
So this is what any company. So why not just why go lease? I mean, why go lease? Why? In your opinion, why go lease? I mean, if you're gonna do all of that, if you're gonna pay for the truck, you're gonna pay $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,000 for a truck every week, and you paying for the insurance. It's a 1099. You got to get your own EIN, LLC. Why not just go ahead and just put all that into your own truck instead of going through a company leasing their truck? Because basically, from what other people tell me and from what I'm gathering, you just paying them to drive their truck.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it is. Basically, I didn't have the money or the credit to go buy a truck. So that was pretty much out. And they were like, well, there's no credit, no money down. It's a walk-away lease. Wrong. But they said they claimed to be able to walk-away lease.
Okay, so at Stevens, it's not a walk-away lease.
No.
What happened? Well, you said you was only with them for what, 7 months?
Yeah, I leased for 3 of those months.
So within those 3 months that you leased, what they try to do to you? What they try to do to you when you were trying to walk away from it?
Well, they charged me a fee, a lease termination fee. I don't remember if it was $500 or $800. I think it was $800. If I'm not mistaken, it's $800. I would have to look through my stuff. But yeah, man, they hit you with an $800 fee because I had a payout that I was due of like $900. They took that $800 out of that, and then they charged me for some little subtle scratches from tree branches on top of the truck.
What?
They charged me for that. They charged me for every little thing. They charged me a cleaning fee, even though I got all my stuff out, but they charged me a cleaning fee for the truck, and they sent me a bill.
And all of this is not being told to you prior to you jumping into a lease.
Mm-hmm. And it's not correctly worded. Like the way that they worded it in the contract, it said, we may change this, we may change that. I was the only person in that session signing up for the lease program that actually read every single document that was placed in front of me before I signed it. I struck out site sessions. I wasn't agreeing to some of that stuff. And the guy looked at me like, and after class, he said, you're a bright young man. You know, you understand business. I see you're going through the contract. Most of these guys are just signing. I was like, well, I'm not them. I don't sign something without looking over it with the fine tooth comb.
Man. All right. Yeti 5000 says, no, but LLC is great. Ain't a bank account that never goes up under 20,000. You would never fail. Don Schroeder says, my company doesn't have a lease purchase, and the only training going on is damn little. New drivers, it's like it's local and regional. Melissa wants to know what company you're talking about. We're talking about Stevens Transport. she said she also comes back and asks, where is Stevens Transport located at? Which one that you went to?
Dallas, Texas, 9757 Military Parkway.
God damn it, man. Oh man, that's what's up. All right, so 7 months with Stevens. Not a good idea to lease with them. A good idea to start with them. They're a good company to start with. So if you guys are interested in getting your license and getting on with a starter company, Stevens would be that choice, but wouldn't advise leasing
or staying there for long.
Or staying there for long.
Now, I will say the company is good. Everybody is nice to you. They are patient with you as a new driver. It's great. I did a video called Stevens Transport, the good, the bad, and more good on my YouTube. And man, it got a lot of views for me, you know, being small and all. But I broke down a lot of stuff about Stevens. And overall, I think it's a great company to get your start at.
Now let me ask you this. Now you said you got hip on with Stevens from J Rich and King
D-Raj.
D-Raj. Now we watched J Rich grow like tremendously to where she at now from Stevens, but what exactly did you get from D-Raj?
That's what inspired me to lease, because I'm seeing he's got a fleet over there, and
Right.
he was like, "I'm doing well. I'm doing well." You know, he always he always laughs after he finishes the statement. But D-Raj, I was like, okay, this man is a businessman. I see that business mindset. He must know something. So I was like, let me go sign up.
Okay. And when he left Stevens, what was your thought then?
Well, I had stopped watching at that point. I wasn't watching D-Raj for a minute at that point. I really wasn't watching many YouTubers except J Rich and a couple more folks.
Oh, okay. All right. So from Stevens, where did you? What was the next stop to continue on your trucking journey?
I took an OTR job with hold on, I got a record of all my companies on here.
Okay.
JB Hunt.
Okay.
Yeah, October.
Yeah, Cliff note JB Hunt, because I heard a lot of good things and a lot of bad things about JB Hunt.
Well, I was on the PPG account. Pretty good position. My DM was cool, but his boss was a problem. And someone broke into my trailer. And then the next day, someone stole my hazmat placards. So he said, what's going on? Like, I spoke to my DM's manager. What's going on? Like, what's happening? I was like, what do you mean? What are you doing? I was like, I'm not doing anything. So people that just come bothering you. Every time there's a problem with one of my drivers, it's always one of you damn new guys. I said, okay, I quit.
Ooh.
So when I got home time, I left the truck on the yard and I went home and quit.
Ooh. Okay, Nets.
Mm-hmm. And that was JB the first time. I came back in a different division though.
Oh, okay. So would you suggest anybody, would you suggest new drivers to go over JB Hunt?
Only reason I say yes, because they'll break a contract. They don't care about those little contracts with the previous carriers.
What's the pros and cons of JB Hunt?
The pros was the pay was better. I was making 46 cents a mile from 36 cents. I was doing okay as a new driver with the, they'll take you after 3 months of experience. Understand they do hair testing at JB Hunt. It wasn't a problem for me because I've never done anything, but the con was just that asshole. Other than that, man, I didn't have a problem with JB.
Okay. So you would suggest JB Hunt to new drivers as well?
Yeah.
Okay. JB, so how long have you been in the industry as a whole?
Since April 10th last year.
Okay. So, man, so far, how many companies have you went through all the way up until where you at now? Oh, god damn, dude, damn,
I'm on my 8th company.
bro, in a year,
Yeah, man. I'm a bad job. I'm done with it now, though. I'm done
oh,
with it now.
man.
Well, it's actually like 6 because I went back to JB Hunt and I went back to Metropolitan. Metropolitan is the best company job I ever had, but that's a whole nother.
Well, let's get caught up. Let's get caught up because we're kind of like running out of time over here.
Yeah. No doubt.
But let's get caught up on on the main reason why you want to holler at me, because you want to talk about Metropolitan. You also suggested me to give them a call. Why?
The reason is because when I first heard of Metropolitan, I saw it on a Facebook ad. And I was like, okay, they talking about they got Direct TV. They got a TV installed in every truck and a fridge. And I'm coming from No Frills, nothing in the truck, Stevens and JB Hunt. I was like, well, okay, well, let me check them out. Let me see what's going on here. So I go join in. No. Let me rephrase that. I spoke to another company. The other company was telling me they would pay me more per mile, and Metro wouldn't tell me how much they would pay. They just said they had a guaranteed minimum of $1,000 a week. So I was like, this don't sound right. I started looking at reviews, and more of the reviews just didn't look right. So I was like, I'm not going here. I went to another company. Didn't last a month. The pay just sucked. The mileage sucked. So then I went to Metro. I said, I'm gonna go ahead and try y'all. Got on over there. First paycheck was $1,200.
Okay.
They do a sliding scale. The minimum is 46 cents per mile.
Okay.
But if you do like a short run, you can get as much as $1.10 a mile.
Okay.
So like everything was great at that company. They treated me right. My DM, his name, I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but his name won't be said, but he was a great guy.
Okay. You can go ahead and say his name if you want. Maybe, we could
Jim Bridges. Bridges at Metropolitan Trucking. I could rave about this guy all day. The only DM that ever called me after I quit to check on me and make sure I'm doing all right.
Wow. So being that this was the first company you worked at that was on a sliding scale, explain to the people that you actually did it. Explain to the people, how do it work?
Basically, if the miles are 300 or more, you get the lowest pay, which was 46 cents for a trip. But if the miles were a little under, I don't remember the exact scale, but it would drop, it would raise up. The shorter the miles, the bigger the payout per mile. So if like you got something 50 miles, you're getting like $1.10 a mile for that, because they want to make sure, even if on short trips, they want to make sure you get an honest day's pay.
Okay. So the company, like, if I get paid more short miles, would it just be like I would want my dispatcher to just give me all short miles and I would just get paid more?
You could, but you got to understand, every time you do a delivery, a pickup and a delivery, you got to stand there, wait to get loaded. That's time. Wait to get unloaded, and that's time. And then go to another, wait to get loaded, and then wait to get unloaded, if you can even get to a second one. So I prefer the longer ones because those drive shifts were just comfortable. I like being able to just ride.
Okay. What else you want people to know about Metropolitan?
Man, it's just an incredible company that, like I said, they treat you right. They make sure any concerns you have are taken care of. If you break down, your breakdown pay starts as soon as you report that breakdown. There's no 3 hours later, 2 hours. As soon as you report that breakdown, you're making, I think it's $15 an hour. and it was just a really good company. I've made $1,600, $1,500, $1,700 checks before taxes over there, so I've never made the minimum.
Okay. Now the minimum, now they offer a guarantee. You said for $1,000, right? But after taxes, depending on what your tax, depending on what your tax break is $800. But you said you never made the minimum. How did the guarantee, if you were ever was to do the minimum, how did the guarantee work?
The stipulations are: one, you must be available for dispatch, ready to work 5 days out of the week. That's one.
Is that how can I say it? Is that like in a 24-hour period? Like if I don't get nothing, let's say it's Monday, I sit all day Monday, but going into Tuesday morning at 2:00 in the morning, I get a load. I had to take that load.
Yeah, it is forced dispatch. They don't do New York City, but it is east of I-35. It's not the full 48, but yeah, I lost my train of thought just that quick.
You was talking about you was talking about force. I mean, the dispatch to get the
Okay, yeah. You got to be available. If they can't get you something, that's not on you. They still pay you for it. So it still fits into the minimum. Let's say they only got you one load for the entire week and it was 300 miles. They're still going to pay you $1,000 because you were available for dispatch.
Okay.
That's the first stipulation. The second was don't extend your 10-hour break. So if your break is 10 hours, don't go past 11. You go past 11, that'll disqualify you.
What?
And that's it.
But what if they don't? How could Wait a minute. Wait. I'm how can I get disqualified if my 10-hour break go past? I mean, go past. I'm wait after my break is up. What? I let them know. They know when the break is up, right?
No. They're saying if you're on a load and let's say you do your 10-hour break and you're ready to keep driving and you extend it to 11 hours, unless it's something like your 10 hours is up at 5, but you're at the shipper already and it doesn't deliver until 9, you can extend that break. That's fine in that case. But just extending and taking a longer break for no reason, that would disqualify.
Okay.
I've been disqualified for it several times, but I still, it's been a few times when I just didn't feel like moving, but I still made more than the minimum.
Okay. Don Schuller said runners only take 10-hour breaks.
That's right. That's
what's up.
But every now and then you just want a break.
Oh man, I got you. So on your home time, how did they treat you on your home time?
Every other weekend, I was home. Now, if you live in the Chicago area or the Northeast, you're home every weekend and you still get the same guarantee.
Okay. And this is metropolitan trucking, right?
Correct.
All right, I'll go ahead and put that on the list, man. Make sure you support me with some coffee when I make that call, bro.
For sure, brother.
All right, so you Metropolitan was the good company where you was at, man. Why you leave?
I'll be honest, man. It was just money. Because after taxes and everything, that $1,700 was turning into $1,200, and it's like, you know what? If I could do more, why not? Okay. So what I'm planning on doing is staying at VL for a bit.
Okay.
Stacking up some money. I'm saving $1,000 a week, and then come March or April, I'm going to Freightliner to get me a brand new truck.
That's what's up. That's the goal. All right. So since you mentioned VL, how did you come across VL and what are you getting out of VL?
I came across it through a trucker named Jay, and he dropped a bunch of info. He showed statements, and he told the good, he told the bad, he told the ugly. And that's what I respect. Because when you get YouTubers making everything out to be so great, I'd be like, okay, it's got to be something bad here.
Right.
You never break down.
Mhm.
So yeah.
All right. So you accredited to a trucker named Jay for coming over to VL. Now that you're over at VL, because I talked to a few drivers that has like plenty of goals with VL. The best driver I talked to, I can't pronounce her name worth shit, but make sure y'all go and watch that video. I think it's
Reluctantly trucking.
Thank
Shout
you.
out to Coco.
Yes.
That's my cooking buddy. I found out about her through this show.
Yes, definitely, man. Definitely check her out. She dropped major fucking jewels about how she's running over at VL Trucking. Now, she says that VL Trucking is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. If you're not a runner, she said don't fuck with them. She said don't fuck with them. If you're not a runner, don't fuck with them. And it's not a company, it's not a long term company in terms of going over there to retire. You know,
I agree.
Am I right in saying all of this?
You are absolutely correct.
All right, so tell us about VL in your perspective.
Okay. Well, they are cheap.
Oh, okay.
They are very cheap in everything except driver pay.
Okay.
So it's like you get a no frills company. You don't get the hey, how are you? How's it going? You don't get that. I get it from my DM. He's pretty cool. He keep me running. But the company people, it's a cultural difference. That's what I attribute that to. Okay. But one thing I don't like about the place is everything is brokered freight. So you could end up anywhere and they might not give you a pickup number and they're saying, well, you need a pickup number.
Right.
So you end up arguing with this person. Well, I don't argue with anybody. I just go back to my DM like, yo, get me a pickup number because they say I need one. Sometimes it takes them forever to load you and there's no detention pay. Excuse me. There's no layover pay. It's just flat 70 cents a mile.
All right. Is that what you getting, or you're on the lease side?
I am getting 70 cents a mile now. I'm a company driver.
So you're on the company side.
Yeah, 1099 company driver.
All right. So when you knew when you figured out what you wanted to do with VL, how did it, when I talked to him, you had to make your own way up there.
Mm-hmm.
You had to be 1099. It's a company. What to you, what are the pros and cons to VL?
Well, a pro, one thing is I'm very pro 2A, so I was able to have this thing with me.
Okay.
Because they don't have a policy against it, and I love it.
Okay.
We meet somewhere everywhere. Another pro is that the money's good and you see all your money. Now, considering it's 1099, I set up my LLC and I have it set up to be taxed as an S Corp. So I pay myself via payroll software. That way, I still get my taxes taken out. And the company doesn't have to pay taxes on my pay because it is payroll and that's tax deductible totally. I just keep a little something in there for my meals and stuff, and I charge that on the company so I don't have to pay it in taxes.
All right, get in. So what type of what program you using to do that?
QuickBooks.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So coming over to we talk now. We could just say this for people that's interested in leasing, period, to go and do the way that you doing it by having money taken out and paying yourself the way you doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So through QuickBooks, okay. That's if I decide to do that, I think I'll get a hold of you and chop it up, brother, man. Like I said, we about to shut it down in a minute. Talk about your little setup right there, and talk about your YouTube page because you said you got one. I tried to look it up, but I don't think it's up under Gideon. Is it?
Gideon INC.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. Okay. Here you
Okay.
go.
Yeah, you see me.
Okay. Hold on right quick. Let me hold on, y'all. I'm trying to bring up his YouTube page. There we go. There we go. All right. Let me bring this up for you guys so you guys could see it. There you go. Make sure you guys go subscribe to him. And I just hit that bell. And make sure you guys go
Appreciate
it. Talk like I said, I see your setup over there. Nice little setup and all like that. Talk to us about your YouTube and what you want people to get out of it.
Basically, it's just me chronicling my journey, things I've learned, and sharing with rookies. Now I do a few rants on there. I got I got some trucker rants, and I got one thing I call it trucker talk, where I just get on the mic and talk about something. But lately, I've just been trying to do more, informative videos for rookies, helping them out.
All right. That's what's up.
I talked about my experience with COVID and everything.
All right, that's what's up. Everybody definitely go over there and check out his channel. It's Gideon Inc. on YouTube. You also have an Instagram as well, right? Is it up under the same name?
It's Gideon.Alvin.White.
God damn, you got a lot of dots, man. It's hard to keep up with that shit. Hold on right quick. Hold on. I could find you simple right here, and then I could click on that, and then I could bring it up that way. Booyah. There you go. All right, so Gideon.Alvin.White, and they can follow you on YouTube. I see you got the what's that?
That's the Emerald Power 360. Coco put me up on that. Reluctantly Trucking.
Okay. So we cooking in the truck too? This
for sure. I've been cooking since I was 12, so this is nothing to me. Meals on 18 wheels.
Oh man, then you need to hook up with my man Master Chef. You hip there?
Those some gingerbread cookies I baked.
Hold on right quick. You need to get hip to this man right here. Make sure you get hip to him, man. Master Chef Trucking.
Okay. I think I've seen him before.
Yeah, he was doing last night, man. So yeah, all of this is in the truck, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is in the truck. That's what I'm saying. All this right here is in the truck. So definitely hook up with him, man. He got a YouTube page too, Master Chef Trucking and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you had a bout with COVID. What happened?
Man, I was working at JB Hunt. When I came back, I was local. I hate local driving, but I was local, and I was slip seating with another driver. That driver went out with COVID. I came up with it in about Juneteenth. Me and my wife had it. Man, I've never been that sick in my life.
Well, I'm trying to get a hold of my dude. He just recently came up out of the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
How did the effects hit you, man?
First thing, I lost my sense of smell, and then I had a cough. Now I always catch a cold during the summer, so I didn't think nothing of it, and I tested negative the first time. I still had the cough, but I tested negative. Then the sense of smell went, and because my wife was like, "Oh, this candle smells good, smell it." I'm like, and I got a big old nose, and for me not to smell something, it's like, bruh. So then I started getting headaches, and then I lost my sense of taste. It was horrible trying to eat meat. I still can't eat burgers right now. And coughing, headache, fever. I had 103-degree fever at one point.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your wife just took you to the hospital, and you took the test, and you found out you was positive?
Well, I knew I was positive before because we were both positive. Unfortunately, I gave it to her. I'm sorry, babe. But We got over it though. It was just us in the house all day. We got past it because we ended up going to the hospital the time that I coughed up blood.
Ooh, okay.
I was like, okay, it's time to go. I got to get to the hospital now. But they said it was actually okay. My oxygen levels were pretty high considering that I had COVID.
Okay.
And I was okay, but they said that that was just from, what was it? They said it was just from stress. And they said I was fine when they gave me the X-ray and everything.
So when you came down with the virus, did they give you any type of medication?
Yes, they gave me Zithromax, and I can't think of the name of the other medication, but it was 2 medications, and I took that, and I took a natural remedy as well. I was taking the what they gave me, and I was feeling better, but that natural remedy kind of kicked it into overdrive. It was acai, mangosteen, and manuka honey.
Okay.
Yeah, good
So
stuff.
so being that you experienced COVID and everything, what's your thoughts on all this controversy with it?
I think it's overestimated and underestimated at the same time. I say overestimated because I believe a lot of these deaths are blown out of proportion. I'm not saying it doesn't kill. I'm not saying you shouldn't protect yourself, but I believe a lot of these deaths are blown out of proportion. I don't think it's as many, because if anybody dies at one point, wasn't nobody dying from any other cause other than COVID. So that kind of was strange to me. People die every day, B. Like, why is COVID the only cause now? And I think it's underestimated because people are not taking proper precautions. People are not social distancing. I'm not saying live in fear. Nobody should live in fear, but a wise man lives in caution.
That's what's up. So I mask up and all like that. I now wear my gloves and all like that because everybody at one point before all this stuff started, it was social distance, stay 6 feet away. Okay, I was doing that. Somebody come around me, I'm back up, no problem. Next thing I know, wear your gloves. Okay, and then now it's wear the mask. I, my recruiter friend, she says that she feels that it's not airborne, it's more on touch, is like if germs, you know what I'm saying? Like how kids put their hands on everything. She feels that's how you get it. You know what I'm saying? She's feeling that this mass situation is really being overblown. What would you say to that?
Well, from what I've read from the CDC and the people who study viruses for their entire lives, it's also spread through droplets of saliva, which we subconsciously project. So you may not be thinking you're spitting at all, but you could be projecting little small droplets of saliva without even knowing it. And that could cause that, because that is a germ coming from someone who's infected. And if it gets on your clothes or if it gets on you, you might go like this and scratch, and you just got it on your hand. Then you rub your eye, and now you got it in your system. So from what I've read, it seems that's how it's spreading. The mask prevents those droplets from escaping. So that's
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Gideon, everybody. Bro, I appreciate the time, man. I appreciate this conversation, bro.
No problem, brother.
Nice parking politicking with you tonight, man. I really
likewise, my man.
For new jacks that's coming out here. I mean, you still relatively a new jack and all like that. 8 jobs within a year, but you still trying
year and a half, but
year and a half. What tips or what tips that you got for
Don't job hop. Don't job hop. All that time you spend in orientation, traveling, going between this job and that job. Now, true enough, you could quit a job on Friday and start a brand new one on Monday. This is very true, but don't do it. It's really not worth it. You come out better building a rapport, sticking with something. I've learned this the hard way.
That's what's up.
I kept chasing the bigger dollar. I'm done with that.
That's what's up. All right, Gideon, hold on right quick. Let me say later to my people, and then we'll chop it up a little bit more, and I will be able to finish out my night. So that's my man Gideon. You guys could go check him out on his YouTube page. I'll bring it up right quick. There we go. That's Travis' Instagram. You can go subscribe to him, Gideon Inc. If you guys also want to get a hold of him, you can chop it up with him on Instagram, man. So I do appreciate you guys being here, chopping it up with us and all like that. So thank you very much. If you like content like this and more, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell and that all button. When you come up in the building on the replay side, make sure you hit that like button. Put some pressure on that like button. Put some respect on that like button. It is free. I'm telling you, it is free. If you guys want any suggestions for any companies to call, because I will call Metropolitan now, hook a brother up with some coffee and I'll go ahead and make it for you guys. Until next time, y'all take it easy and y'all have a blessed night. Peace.
Cause baby, once I'm gone, I ain't coming back. You gon' have to settle with another man. But when you realize, don't be running back. Ain't no sunshine when I'm gone.